file manager, and we're talking about using it to manage files within your server. We're going to quickly add an image file, and you're going to need to find one. So I'm going to use, I'm going to look for a gorilla, and I'm going to use Google's image search, and I'm going to make sure that I use a publicly licensed one. So this one is linking to the Wikipedia image. So I'm going to view this image, and I'm going to save this image as, and I'm going to put it in my in a folder. So if you don't have one, what I want you to do is right on the desktop create that same folder. So now there's going to be one in Web Design 1. All right. And I'm going to just rename this Gorilla so it's easier for me to remember. Okay. So I made on the desktop Web Design 1 a folder, and I saved a Gorilla. And now I'm going to use the file manager to upload a file. I'm navigating to it. Open gorilla.jpg. All right. And now I can go to makercommons.org, Web Design 1, and I can type gorilla.jpg, and I see my gorilla. So now I'm looking at that image that's hosted on my server. The next thing I'm going to do is, now the hard part is, this is where I can download this index.html file, but it doesn't put it directly in that nice folder that I've created. So I'm going to copy it and put it in the desktop. Go to the desktop and paste it in there. So that's not the most elegant way to download files using the file manager. And this is where FTP is going to be very important. And we're going to work on that next. But you can use the file manager to upload and download folders. And now, as we were showing, if I'm going to refresh this page, you can see in my Web Design 1 folder, I have gorilla.jpg and index.html. And when I look at my makercommons.org, that's my domain name. Here's my directory, which is in the /webdesign1 / and then I can go directly to the file. So one of the things to make sure you recognize is the URL is a directory tree, as it's described. It's a file navigation protocol. You're navigating to a file on a server. It can be the gorilla.jpg. It can be what appears to be nothing, but it's actually the default index.html file. So that the protocol with the server is to say, hey, look for, if they're not naming a particular file, look for an index.html file.